to sip out styrofoam, but figured I should stick to draw. Backwoods over.
Alright, for the outline of the study. This study aims to investigate the macroeconomic factors that influence unemployment in Malaysia. The variables affecting the unemployment rate include inflation rate, urban population, foreign direct investment (FDI), and migration rate. In order to determine how macroeconomic factors affect Malaysia's unemployment rate and to create a useful model for predicting in this rate, this study conducts a survey for postgraduate students who have graduated from their study. Next is background of the study. The percentage of individuals in the labor force who are between 15 and 24 and who are currently without a job but are actively seeking employment is what is meant to be measured when referring to the concept of unemployment. From 2000 to 2001, unemployment increased. The rate declined significantly in 2002 and has fluctuated since then. A fall in 2010, a minor increase in 2011, and a big drop in 2011 indicate a positive trend. Alright, so for the problem statement, over the past decade, Malaysia has witnessed substantial changes in its economic landscape, marked by a growing emphasis on urbanization and an increase in FDI. Data from DOSM reveals that the employment rate in Malaysia has experienced fluctuations, with a recent rate of 11.7%. This phenomenon is not isolated, as it coincides with an average inflation rate 3.38%, reflecting the broader economic dynamics. Alright, we move to the significance of the study. In this study, the findings will contribute to the interests of government, public and private industries, human resource managers, business owners, as well as the youth generation. Understanding the factors that contribute to unemployment and conducting a comprehensive study on this issue can bring about various meaningful outcomes for Malaysia. So, for the conclusion, this section discussed the overall outline and background of the study in addressing the current issues concerning Malaysia's unemployment rate. That's all from me, and I will pass to the next presenter.
Next, we have the literature review session, which this section talks about in recent decades the escalating concern of youth and unemployment has become a critical issue in numerous global economies, and Malaysia is no exception. The labour market is undergoing rapid transformation, influenced by technological advancement, economic fluctuations, shift in global demand. Despite overall progress, the rising youth unemployment rate has attracted heightened attention from policymakers, researchers, and the general public. And the method used for this research is the questionnaire survey. This method serves as a valuable tool for systematically gathering information about attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors relevant to the research topic. This method also allows us to quantify and analyze patterns or trends within the surveyed population, offering insights into the variables taken into consideration. Based on this topic, past studies of youth employment, we have 4 studies made. First, by Hu et al. In 2022, using survey questionnaire and Cronbach Alpha. This study is about to survey demographic characteristics, learning behavior affect personal unemployment rate in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. Second, we have Chan et al. In 2017 using Okun's law to study the effect of economic growth on unemployment rate in India post-1991. Third, we have Lee and Liu in 2012 using vector autoregression application to study the relationship among China's unemployment rate, economic growth, and the flat inflation rate. And the last one, we have Lotz in 2005 using Phillips curve to explain why some individuals become long-term unemployed after a temporary negative shock to unemployment. Further discussion talks about the determination of independent variable, which is the youth unemployment, with dependent variable. First dependent variable, we have the inflation rate, where the relationship between youth unemployment and inflation rate is rather complex as it is influenced by various economic dynamics. In certain scenarios, an increase in inflation might lead to a rise in unemployment rate because businesses could face higher operational costs and may be inclined to reduce the number of workforce. Moreover, central banks often use interest rate to control rates, and by increasing interest rate, it can lead to increasing borrowing costs to businesses and consumers. This will substantially result in decreased spending, lower business investment, and higher unemployment rates. Next, we have the dependent variables of urban population. Urban areas often attract a concentration of job opportunities and economic activities, which may lead to lower youth unemployment compared to rural areas. To support the hypothesis, Cartmel and Furlong in 2010 highlighted the reason why youth prefers to be in urban areas is because the better quality and permanent jobs offered to secure a better future. Moreover, we have the dependent variable of migration rate. The prospect of improved career, higher wages, and greater job market stability in other locations become an attractive pull factor for migrating youth. This migration can lead to a reduction in the youth unemployment rate in the origin region, but may contribute to challenges in the destination area. We have the negative relationship with the migration rate. Lastly, we have the relationship between youth unemployment rate and foreign direct investment. Foreign direct investment, also known as the FDI, exerts a positive relationship with youth unemployment rate as it contributes to economic growth and job creation, potentially reducing youth unemployment by bringing in capital, technology, and expertise. However, it also depends on the situation as it can lead to negative relationship. Increases in FDI contributes also in the economic growth and job creation, local investment, which reduce unemployment.
Now, we proceed with the methodology chapter, which is the research design. This study was conducted among youth in Malaysia with a targeted sample of 66 respondents from different backgrounds. We used Google Form as the research instrument to provide the questionnaire survey that we had specifically designed with a total of 20 questions. The questionnaire is divided into two sections, which are Section A, the demographic part, and Section B is where the main objective relied. The data collection for demographic part of this survey consists of 4 respondent demographic factors. The first factor is age of respondents. Based on the survey, most respondents are between the age of 21 to 25 years old with 87.9%. The Malaysia's National Youth Development Policy defines youth as individuals of age between 15 to 40 years old with specific focus on 18 to 25 years old for targeted development. However, having high number in youth population doesn't always mean it's a good thing as youth unemployment rate increases along the time. Next is the education level of respondents. Based on the pie chart above, 80.3% of respondents have obtained a degree, 13.6% in diploma, and 3% for SPM level and master's program. This proves that most youth in Malaysia manage to pursue their studies to tertiary education. However, they, especially the fresh graduates, have low practical skills that can lead to high unemployment rate in Malaysia. Continue with marital status to determine the youth demographic. The pie chart above shows that 97% of youth are single while only 3% of them are married. Being single provides individuals with greater freedom to pursue job opportunities, while married youth may encounter challenges due to additional financial responsibility and time constraints. Lastly, in the demographic part is the locality of respondents. The distribution of youth population describes that 56.1% youth reside in urban areas, while 43.9% in rural areas. However, the rural youth face more challenges than urban youth, such as lack employment opportunities,
job networking, and lower wages.
Next, we discuss the results and findings of this research paper. This study aims to understand what factors influence youth unemployment rates. We will be looking at 4 key factors, which is inflation rate, urban population, migration rate, and foreign direct investment. Before we go further, these charts show causes of unemployment. As you can see, 50% of respondents indicates that mismatch of skill is the causes of unemployment. Why they say that? It might be because of technological advancements and globalizations that are constantly transforming the job. For example, as we can see nowadays, automation and AI making some jobs outdated. Moreover, 36.4% of respondents identify economic recession as a significant cause of youth unemployment. This because when things get tough, companies sometimes stop hiring or even let people go to save money. This can be especially hard for young people who are just starting out in their careers. Next, we look on the relationship between youth unemployment and inflation rate. In summary, the relationship between youth unemployment and inflation rate show that inflation can really affect youth unemployment. As we can see on the chart, about 63.6% of respondents agree that inflation rate can increase youth unemployment. Therefore, the government needs to make plans to help young people get jobs to decrease youth unemployment. However, 66.7% also agree that the salary can sustain their monthly spending. Next, we look on the relationship between youth unemployment and urban population. Based on the chart in the slide, we can summarize that the respondent agrees about migrating to urban areas would lead to better prospects. The findings show that people have different opinions about how rural unemployment, urban development, and moving to cities affect opportunities. However, they also believe that migrating to urban areas will help to decrease unemployment because of the many opportunities that they can get from that. Next, we look on the relationship between youth unemployment and migration rate. The findings show that people have different opinions about moving for work and how immigrants might affect youth unemployment. Based on the chart given, most people agree with moving for a job and think immigrants can impact youth unemployment. Lastly, we look on the relationship between youth unemployment and foreign direct investment. Based on the chart, the findings reveal the positive impact of increased foreign direct investment will lead to reducing youth unemployment. The results also highlight varying attitudes towards the prioritization of foreign direct investment in government policies and the perceived significance of the type of foreign direct investment attracted by Malaysia in influencing its impact on youth unemployment.
So the conclusion is youth unemployment is a complex issue that is affected by a variety of economic factors, including urbanization, migration, inflation, and foreign direct investment. These factors can all have a significant impact on the number of job opportunities that are available to young people. In order to address youth unemployment, it is important to find solutions that are both broad and strategic. This may include government policies that create jobs and programs that help young people develop skill and investment in industries that have a high potential for job creation. For recommendation, firstly is inflation control and targeted job creation programs. Given the impact inflation has on youth unemployment, the government must implement effective economic policies to limit inflation. Reasonable fiscal and monetary policies can stabilize the economy. The government should prioritize and implement youth-focused employment creation programs. This category includes skill development initiative, company formation support, and industry investment projects to create youth jobs. Secondly is sustainable urban development. Due to the ideas that cities are centers of opportunity, policymakers should prioritize sustainable urban development.
Youth unemployment can be reduced by creating jobs and attracting businesses to urban centers through infrastructure, education, and technology investment. Next is balancing migration and employment. If rural and urban job opportunities differ, government policies should encourage migration to find work. However, it is crucial to address concerns about more equitable opportunity distribution and ensure that migration benefit for everyone. Complete immigration regulation are needed to ensure fair employment, competitiveness, and highlight immigrant economic contribution. This policy should handle immigration positive and negative aspects. Moreover, promoting foreign direct investment. Since foreign direct investment reduce youth unemployment, the government has to actively look for it. Policies should be created to provide a favorable business environment and encourage foreign companies to invest in youth employment industry. Consider attracting more foreign direct investment, focus on technology, innovation, and environmentally sensitive firms that can create long-term jobs for young people. Lastly is educating the public and raising awareness. The public should be informed of economic factors that affect youth unemployment. Educational programs can inform the public about the inflation, urban growth, migration, and foreign direct investment in youth employment.